Hello. This virtual workshop is designed to help students understand how to use the attendance pod in an Adobe Connect room to communicate with their instructors. When you log into an Adobe Connect room to have office hours or a synchronous chat with your online instructor, you'll be presented with an attendance pod like you see here, and in the drop down next to where it says My Status, there are a number of ways to communicate with your instructor using icons. The same types of icons are also located at the very bottom of the screen in this menu here. So you have two different ways to access a variety of icons to either ask a question, which raises your hand, or you can clear your status, which means the icons go away. You can also applaud if you like what's going on. You can also indicate amusement and laughter, and you can agree or disagree based on what your instructor asks you during the chat. You can also let your instructor know that you've had to step away from the computer for just a second. Okay, you can ask the instructor to speak louder or speak softer, to speed up or slow down, and of course to clear your status. So that is one of the first ways that you can communicate with your instructor, or during the chat you can indicate things to your instructor with these little icons, which is a quick way of communicating. Now, another way to communicate with your instructor and the other people that are in the chat room with you is to type in this chat pod. Down at the very bottom, you'll see a little text box, and if you click there, you'll see the cursor blinking at you. When you type in this box and hit enter, your comments can be seen visibly by everybody that's in the attendance pod in that particular chat. So this is a great way of asking questions. It's a great way of commenting, yes or no. And so this is another way of communicating with your instructor when you are in an Adobe Connect chat room. You can also send private messages to your instructor that the rest of the class will not see by using the drop down here underneath the chat box. You can drop it down and select other people's names or your instructor specifically. When there are other people that are in the room with you, you will see their names listed in this drop down. So you could send a private message to your instructor that will not be visible during a recording or to the other students in the class if you happen to have something private that you would like to speak to your instructor about. So that concludes this brief tutorial on how to use the attendance pod icons in either the box at the bottom or the drop down at the top to communicate with your instructor, and to use the chat pod to type messages to the class and your instructor.